Breaking Mzansi Insider reports. Lieutenant General Mkhwanazi has provided an in-depth account of a covert operation that led to the collection of potentially significant evidence involving controversial figure Vusimuzi, Matlala and other prominent individuals. Speaking on the matter, Mkhwanazi confirmed that he personally arranged a private meeting with Matlala at an apartment in Umhlanga. However, the meeting was far from routine. It was part of a carefully planned strategy aimed at gathering credible information and evidence related to alleged financial dealings and connections. According to Mkhwanazi, the apartment had been equipped with surveillance technology prior to Matlala's arrival. The intention was to discreetly monitor and record the conversation in order to capture any disclosures that could assist in ongoing or future investigations. This setup allowed authorities to document the interaction in detail without alerting Matlala to the full extent of the operation. During the meeting, Matlala allegedly opened up about a range of sensitive issues. Among the most serious claims were references to General Sibiya and businessman Matsumi, whom he reportedly linked to financial transactions involving the exchange of money. While the full scope and nature of these transactions remain under scrutiny, Mkhwanazi indicated that the information shared could have far-reaching implications. The revelations have sparked renewed concern over possible relationships between members of law enforcement and private business figures. If substantiated, such links could point to deeper systemic issues involving corruption, abuse of power, or undisclosed financial networks operating behind the scenes. Mkhwanazi emphasized that the primary objective of the operation was to secure solid, verifiable evidence. He noted that gathering information in this manner is sometimes necessary when dealing with complex cases where direct evidence is difficult to obtain through conventional means. Following Lieutenant General Mkhwanazi's revelations, attention has now shifted to the potential impact of the recorded material and how it will be handled by investigators. The alleged disclosures made by Vusimuzi, Matlala during the Umhlanga meeting are expected to undergo detailed analysis to determine their credibility and legal weight. Legal experts suggest that while recorded conversations can be powerful, their admissibility in court will depend on how the surveillance operation was conducted. Questions around authorization, procedure, and compliance with the law could play a critical role in whether the evidence strengthens a case or faces challenges. At the same time, the individuals mentioned, including General Sibiya and businessman Matsumi, may come under increased scrutiny. Investigators are likely to examine financial records, communication trails, and any existing links that could either support or refute the claims allegedly made during the meeting. The situation also raises broader concerns about internal accountability within law enforcement structures. If the allegations point to misconduct involving senior figures, it could trigger internal reviews or independent investigations aimed at restoring public trust. Meanwhile, sources close to the matter indicate that this could be just one piece of a larger puzzle. Authorities may now be exploring whether the alleged financial exchanges form part of a wider network involving multiple players and transactions over time. Public interest in the case continues to grow, with many awaiting clarity on whether formal charges will follow. The coming weeks are expected to be crucial as investigators work to verify the information and determine the next course of action. As the investigation deepens, the alleged revelations from the Umhlanga meeting are beginning to trigger wider reactions across legal, political, and public spaces. The individuals named in the claims are expected to respond, and possible denials or counterclaims could further complicate the unfolding situation. General Sibiya and businessman Matsumi, both implicated in the alleged financial exchanges, may seek to challenge the credibility of the claims made by Vusimuzi, Matlala. Their legal teams could question not only the accuracy of the statements but also the circumstances under which they were obtained, especially given the covert nature of the surveillance operation. This stage of the matter could become highly contested, with competing narratives emerging. On one side, authorities may argue that the operation was necessary to uncover hidden dealings. On the other, those implicated may frame it as an overreach or a violation of legal boundaries. Beyond the immediate legal implications, the case is also drawing public attention to broader issues of governance and accountability. Allegations involving senior figures and financial exchanges risk eroding trust in institutions, particularly if the matter is not handled with transparency and fairness. There is also growing speculation that additional individuals could be drawn into the investigation as more information surfaces. If the recorded material reveals further names or connections, the scope of the case could expand significantly, potentially leading to a wider crackdown. Ultimately, the direction this case takes will depend on the strength of the evidence and the ability of investigators to build a clear, legally sound case. Whether it leads to prosecutions, internal disciplinary actions, or is challenged in court, the outcome will likely have lasting implications.